For my last video blog, the last sentence I left was that they found free spread to my lung. Now, when the surgeon had told me that they found free spread to my lung, I tell you what, I left that hospital and I just sat down outside. I can remember just sitting down outside next to the lift, and I sat there for about 10 minutes and tears just streamed down my face. Yeah, I shed tears. It was tough. That was probably one of the toughest 10 minutes of my life. Like, wow, what's going on? I sat there for 10 minutes and tears just streamed down my face, uncontrollable. Do you know the saddest thing about it? Is that people just walked past me in that hospital, I guess not knowing what to say. But I just sat there. It was lonely. Yeah, it was. So, after I heard that news, I knew I had to have further scans. It's called a PET scan that I had to have to just make sure that what they saw was true. So I had the PET scan done, and the PET scan clarified that it had spread to one of my lungs. So I went and see the oncologist, and the oncologist basically said the plan of action is to have 3 months worth of chemotherapy. It's going to be intense. Last year I had 5.5 weeks, and that was tough, but do you know what? I sailed through it. But this time they said it's going to be quite intense. It's going to put me on a high dosage because they just want to try to wipe out everything that they can. That includes my good cells and my bad cells as well. Okay? It was going to be intense. They were going to put me on intravenous chemotherapy, one called irinotecan, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and a tablet form called chemotherapy. So the intravenous, which would be through my veins, will be done once every 3 weeks in the hospital, and then the tablet form will be taken 2 weeks, for 2 weeks, and then I'll have 1 week worth of rest, and that was going to be done for 3 months. I wasn't looking forward to it, but you know what, the doctors being the experts, so I decided, okay, yep, I'll go ahead, I'll have a go, you know, let's try to get rid of this thing that's in my body. It doesn't belong in my body, I don't want it in my body. So I had the first week of the chemotherapy. Wasn't good. Halfway during the chemotherapy, they had to stop it. Had the worst cramp ever. Worst cramp ever. They had to stop it, and they had to give me some anti-cramp type of injection. After that, waited about 15 minutes for the cramp to go away. Then they carried on with the intravenous chemotherapy. Then went home, started taking the tablets at home. Come by day 5, I was in the worst state ever that I've ever been. I was in so much pain, excruciating pain, that I found myself basically having to take medications that I was taking last year, strong medications. Any one of you know about the strong medications, you know about MST, which is slow release morphine sulfate, and even liquid morphine as well. I had to take those because what they had done was actually starting to have an adverse effect on my body. And to be quite frank with you, my body was not agreeing with it. So guess what I did? I stopped the chemotherapy. I came off the chemotherapy on day 5. I had to stop it. There was no way I was going to carry on with it because I do not believe in poisoning my body to health. So yes, I did stop the chemotherapy and I came off it.